Did you know that you do not need a social security number nor an ITIN number to open up an LLC in Florida? And that you can open up your LLC in 3 simple steps. That's what we're going to talk about in this video. Hello from Freedomtax Accounting, or an accounting firm where we have been providing quality tax and accounting services now for over 20 years. If you are new to this channel, we provide strategies for small business owners so they can achieve their financial goals. So if that's something you like, then subscribe to our channel so you always are up to date with the most current strategies, tax strategies, financial planning strategies for small business owners to save on taxes and build wealth for the future. So one of the most common questions we get here in our office is, can I open up an LLC without having a social security number nor an ITIN number? And the answer is yes. Okay, you can open up an LLC basically in any state without a social and without an ITIN number. Now, the steps that we're going to show you really apply to any state, not just Florida. But in this video, we're going to show you step by step the 3 simple steps that you need to do to open up an LLC in Florida without a social security number and without an ITIN number. All right, so let's get to it. So basically, before we go into the steps, these are the things that you are going to need in order to do the LLC in Florida. We always suggest that you have on hand a list of 3 desired names for your LLC, because if the name you want is not available, then you have 2 other options that you can use. Okay, so make a list of 3 desired names for your LLC. You are also going to need a Florida physical address. It cannot be a PO box. So you do need a Florida physical address. Now, if you do not have a Florida physical address that you can use, then you are going to have to maybe buy a virtual office service or a Florida registered agent service so that they can allow you to use a physical Florida address. Okay, now you will also need $125 because that's the fee that you will need to pay to Florida in order for them to process your new LLC registration application. So this $125 you pay directly to Florida. Okay, now once again, you will not need your social security number nor an ITIN number to open up the LLC. You may need it in the future to file your business taxes, and you may need a social or an ITIN number to open up a business bank account, because right now there are some banks that tell you that in order for them to open up your LLC bank account, you do need an ITIN number. So call the bank that you want to open up the business account with and find out if they require an ITIN to open up the business bank account. Not all the banks are asking for the ITIN, but most of them are, okay? But to open up the LLC, you do not need the social and you do not need the ITIN number. Okay, so let's go to step 1. What is step 1? Is to check if the name for the LLC that you want is available. And where do you check it? You need to go to this website, www.sunbiz.org. That's the page for the Florida Department of Corporations, okay? So go to this website, which is this one, okay? This is sunbiz.org. And click here where it says search records. When you click search records, okay, see here where it says search by name. So you click name, okay? Where it says entity name here, just put the name of the LLC you want to use. For example, if you want to call your business Super Services LLC, and you click search now. Okay, now this is the list of all the names that are registered in Florida with Super Services. Now, as you can see here, Super Services LLC appears inactive. If it says inactive, that you need to go in that file and check where it says event date filed, and if this date is at least 2 years old, then you can use that name. Okay, now if the name you want says but here's the other thing, there's another company called Super Services Corp. Okay, now since there is another company that says Super Services Corp or Super Services Inc., the state will not allow you to register Super Services LLC because there's another company with a similar name. It's just that it has Corp or Inc. Okay, so you have to find for a name that is available. Okay, so basically that's how you check if the name you want is available. Now, once you find a name, a business legal name that is available, the next step would be to register your LLC with the state of Florida. And once again, you need to go to sunbiz.org. Okay, so you go back to sunbiz.org, the homepage, and now you go to start a business. Okay, you go to this drop down and you click limited liability company. When you click there, it takes you to this page. Okay, so once you're on this page, you click file Florida LLC articles of organization. Once you go to that page, unfortunately this page is not working right now, but once you click this link, this dark blue button, basically it takes you to a page where there's a form where you're going to put the business name that you want, your name, the business address, the owner's names, basically the general information about your business. And at the end, they're going to ask you to pay the $125 to Florida. You pay online with a credit card or a debit card. Okay, so that's the second step. Now, once you fill out the form from the Sunbiz page, okay, you're going to get an email from the state of Florida, and that can take a couple of days depending on how busy the state of Florida is. That can take 48 hours. It can take 2 weeks. It depends. You're going to get an email from the state of Florida confirming that your LLC was formed. Now, you still have to maybe wait 24 hours or 48 hours after you get that email to check if your LLC is already appearing on the Sunbiz website. Why? Because you need to have the articles of organization in order to go to step 5. Okay? For example, once you get the email from the state of Florida that your LLC was formed, then check periodically. Once again, you check search records and go to name, and in entity name here where it says entity name, you put the name of your LLC. Let's say that is Florida LLC, or the name of the LLC that you registered. You click search now and you look for your LLC. Okay, in here, Florida LLC. So you look for your LLC here at the Sunbiz page, and you scroll down all the way down where it says Florida Limited Liability. You can click here or you can click View Image in PDF. And when you click there, it takes you to your LLC's Articles of Organization. This is a legal document from the state of Florida where basically confirms your business name, the business address, the business owners, but you are going to need this document in order to go to step number 3, okay? So, once again, once you have the Articles of Organization, that's where you go to step 3, which is applying for your IRS EIN number. What's the EIN number? It's a tax identification number for a business from the IRS. The same way that we as individuals have a social security number or an ITIN number, the government gives companies an identification number called the EIN number. EIN stands for Employer Identification Number, okay? And this is the most important thing and the most important step that you need to do, because without this EIN number, you cannot open up the bank account and you cannot start operating your business, okay? Now, step 3, unfortunately, you cannot apply for the EIN through the IRS website. You could if you have a social security number, but since this is about opening an LLC without a social security number nor an ITIN, you cannot apply for the EIN through the IRS website. Believe it or not, you have to apply for the EIN via fax. Okay, we are in the 21st century. The IRS is still using fax. So we're going to show you how to fax and the number you need to fax it. But the first step is to download the SS4 form from the IRS, because that is the EIN number application form. Okay, so once again, you go to Google and you type in SS4 form, and this is the form that comes up. Okay, so this is the SS4, which is the application for the employer identification number with the IRS. Okay, now this form, once you get it, you put, this is basic information about your business. You put your LLC name, you put your address. Here you put the country or state, you put Florida, name of responsible party, you put your name. In 7B, where it says Social Security, ITIN, or EIN, you have to put foreigner, okay? Because you do not have a social, you do not have an ITIN, and you do not have an EIN, okay? Is this application for an LLC? You put yes. Now, from 8B forward, okay, depending on many factors, that's how you complete this form, okay? So depending on the number of owners, depending on how you want your LLC to pay taxes, depending on the industry that your LLC is going to work, either real estate, construction, services. So depending on your specific case, that will depend how you fill out the rest of this form. And there's so many variables that realistically, we will need to do a video that is maybe 3 hours long to discuss every little case. So the good thing is that if you go to Google and you search for instructions for the SSS form, this document will help you, okay, fill out the rest of that form, because how you fill out the rest of the form will determine how your business pays taxes and other requirements that you will have with the IRS. So if you do not know how to fill out the rest of this SSS form, we highly suggest that you hire a professional to do it, because it will impact the way your LLC files taxes with the IRS and other filing requirements. And once again, it's not that we don't want to show you how to fill it out, but there are so many different variables and so many different ways that you can fill this out depending on the industry, how many owners, other variables, that we will need to spend at least 3 hours on a video on how to fill out this form, okay? But once again, you could look for the instructions online. They are available. Read them, and that way you know how to fill out the rest of the SS4, okay? Now, once you have the SS4 completed, you print it out, okay? And you send it via fax. You need to send the SS4 with your articles of organization, both documents, you send by fax to the IRS. And this is the fax number. It's 855-641-6935. So once again, once you complete the SS4 and once you have the articles of organization, you need to fax both documents to the IRS at 855-641-6935. Now, once you send it to the IRS via fax, in a couple of weeks, this may take 3 weeks. We've had cases where it takes 4 months. So it all depends on how fast the IRS processes your EIN number application, but regularly 2-3 weeks you should get an IRS letter in the mail on the business address that you put on the SS4. You will get a letter, the official EIN number letter from the IRS with your assigned EIN number for your LLC. Now, if a lot of time goes by and you do not get the EIN number letter in the mail, then you can call the IRS at this number, 800-829-4933, to follow up with the IRS to see where the process of the EIN application is, okay? Now, once you get the EIN number letter from the IRS, that's when you take the articles of organization and you take your EIN number to any bank and you can open up a business bank account. But once again, check with the bank first, because there are some banks that will tell you that in order for them to open up a business bank account for your LLC, you may have to apply for a personal ITIN number, okay? So basically, those are the 3 steps. If you need any help with this process, we do provide this as a service. This is our contact information. We are a full-service tax accounting firm. We can help you open up an LLC in any of the 50 U.S. states. We can help you with personal taxes, corporate taxes. If you have tax problems with the IRS, we can apply for your ITIN number. We can help you in many ways. Also, we are part of Freedom Group. We are a group of 4 companies where not only do we provide tax and accounting services, we have a company for immigration services, we have real estate here in Florida, and we also have financial planning and an insurance company. So we can help you in many ways. So thank you for watching this video. We hope you have received value out of this video. If you have, like it, share it with other business owners, and remember that we are praying for you, we are praying for your family, and that we are praying for your business, okay? So once again, thank you for watching. Subscribe to our channel. Have a great day, and God bless. Bye-bye.